Seel. So, not the greatest shiny in the world, the greatest Pokemon in the world. We actually have had a Seel Spotlight Hour in the past, so I feel that there's probably better things that they could have chose, but it is what it is. We'll be shiny hunting. I do have a number of Seel already. How many shiny Seals do we have? We have only 2. Okay, I actually thought that I had more than that. So we have a full collection of them at least. We don't need any more for evolutions and such. But we can get into it. We can do our hunt, see how we go today. I have had good luck with the shinies of recent. I got a shiny Bronzor, a shiny Ponyta, and a shiny Krabby all in like the past day and a bit. So I'm just going to quickly have a bit of water before I head out because it is an oven. It's like 32 degrees and 170% humidity. So awesome. We've had a lot of rain here over the last couple of days, so today's a full super hot day. And of course, because of that, it is humid as the devil's crotch, which is just lovely. So I need to get out of the car into some... Oh, a bit better. Just dying sitting in that car. Alright, let us start our walk. So, how we all doing? How we all doing? Hey Negan, hey Gelato, hey Becky, and hey James. Welcome in, guys. Welcome. So, yeah, as you can see, we've had some shinies. I did my cryogonal thing. Again, I told you guys that I would stream it if it wasn't raining here. It literally rained all day that day. So, I could not go out and stream for you guys because I would have been in rain all day. But we did end up getting the shiny. So I got my shiny cryogonal. It was like my 9th encountering, and then the rest of the day was absolutely nothing. So at least we got the shiny. So hot today, yeah. As I was just saying, 32 degrees and like 170 million humidity. Absolute killer humidity. Like the heat isn't so bad; it's the humidity. The humidity is the bad part. That's the part which is just like, oh my god, please stop. It's actually not out walking, and there's a bit of a breeze. That sun is actually behind a bit of cloud, so it could be worse. Could be walking around in like direct sun with no breeze. Click on the button, Seel, please. So yeah, not a lot has really happened. I don't have a lot to talk about with you guys. Didn't do anything on the weekend because it was raining all bloody weekend. How'd you guys go during the event, shiny wise and stuff? Get your cryos. Super large Ponyta in there. Got that last night. Extra large shiny Ponyta, so I was pretty happy with that. Actually, in a showcase before and it was like first. Yes. I don't think I'll be losing that one. So I think next week it is the Vanillite, whatever it is, Vanillish Spotlight Hour. So that one is a new shiny. So, actually, is it? Are they going to turn the shiny on before the Spotlight Hour? I hope they do. I know that the shiny is releasing this season, this Christmas event sort of thing, but I'm not sure if they're releasing it before the Spotlight Hour or not. Got a few cryos. I was happy with the one. Given it doesn't have an evolution or anything, as long as I got the one, I was happy, one and done. But yeah, I ended up going out, driving around for a bit, because I was just going to do it from home, but I just wasn't getting the spawns that I needed up to the point where you needed to catch like the 10 of each of them, it was just proving to be a little bit difficult. The spawns were just a bit slow. So it's like, I just want to get this done. So I ended up driving around in the rain for an hour and a bit, getting it all done, but that was easy. This is good because this gives me a chance to actually stock up on some items, because that was another reason why I had to go out, because I was running low on Pokeballs because of all the stupid catching, and every single one of them was just being a pain in the ass to try and catch. Like every Snorunt, every Bergmite, every Cryogonal was just taking like 3 or 4 balls to catch. I'm like, I don't have the Pokeballs for this, don't do this to me, game. It's like it knew that I didn't have a lot of items, so it was purposely going out of its way. But yeah, I've spent since last night, basically, putting together like a nearly 300-bit 3-dimensional jigsaw rubber band gun thing. So that was interesting. That was a lot of stuffing around, but I finally finished it earlier before I came down, which is good. It works, so I'm happy. But yeah, it's basically like 275 pieces, something like that. Yeah, it's like an actual rubber band gun in the shape of like a Tommy gun sort of thing. It's pretty cool. Oh, I can't wait to get home though. I need to have a shower. I'm so sticky from all the humidity. It's horrible. Crabby. Hey Des, how you doing? In first place, first place with Shiny Krabby. All the showcases that I've entered since I left home, I've jumped into 3, and all 3 of them have put shinies in it. One was a shiny Ponyta, the other one was a shiny Electrode, and this shiny Voltor rather, and now my shiny Krabby. So shinies for the win. I always like winning with the shinies. It's like that extra showcase. And that's my second Pichu that I've hatched in a row now. I'm surprised that's not the Christmas Pichu. Wish the sun would go behind the clouds. It was so much better when the sun wasn't out. Yeah, with the rubber band gun thing, I was thinking of like filming it, like maybe turning it into a video or a short or something like that, like putting it together. But given that it's taken me, I started it at about 6-7 p.m. last night, worked on it until like 4 in the morning, or maybe even later, like 5 in the morning, and then woke up this morning and basically just jumped straight back into it and didn't finish it until about 5 p.m. ish. Like, basically I finished it just before I got ready for the stream. So I was just like, probably a good thing that I didn't record it, because this would have been a real pain in the ass to try and turn into a video. Love the thumbnail with the Christmas hat, but what about Seel? Don't you like Seel too? I mean, he's in the thumbnail. You almost finished with Kanto? I've been finished with Kanto for it's basically just a few shinies left from Kanto that I'm still hunting. There's like 10 or 15 shinies that I still need, and then I'm done with Kanto completely. Unfortunately, none of them are really spawning this event, because it's stuff like Jinx, What else do I need? Some of them are just evolves that I haven't done yet. I can't remember. I've been through it a couple of times with you guys. But what about Seel? Surely Seel looks cute too. I mean, he did marry Heidi Klum. That was probably more of just... had nothing to do with them actually liking each other. And I'm seeing Blastoise, Poliwrath, Tauros, Cloyster, Kabutops, and one only... the one and only Mewtwo. It's not too bad. Like, it's been overcast for a lot of the day. As I was saying before, it's more the humidity. It's the humidity. Oh my god, I can't even talk properly. That's and humid it is. Jimmy brain is melting out of my ears. Put a chick in it and make it what the thumbnail. Showered at 5:30. Yeah, see, that's what I was just saying. I can't wait to go and actually have a shiny. Oh my god, my brain. Have a shower is what I meant to say. Because yeah, I was gonna have a shower yesterday after I finished working out, but then I ended up working on the rubber band gun and worked on that like all night, so I didn't end up having a shower, and then I got up and started doing it, so I haven't showered in like a day. So not only am I just like sticky from working out and started all the humidity and that, so I just feel gross right now. I really need to have a shower. Just sticky and blech. The South Park giving Disney shit was funny. Was from that, because that won't go. What was that? The old episode of South Park or a new one? Because I haven't watched any of the newer ones in a while, because it's on Paramount these days. I don't have Paramount. So yeah, I haven't seen South Park in a minute. I know the old ones where they were like ripping on Mickey. Like, oh! Actually, I need to check on it, don't I? Surprisingly enough, I've been picking up some 2s lately. 2s became really rare, and then all of a sudden I've just been picking up heaps. And of course, my bag is... How is my bag full when I have no Pokeballs? If you guys saw, they did increase the Pokemon storage capacity the other day, which is actually very handy. It's good that they've done it just before Com Day. I don't know what I'm doing on the weekend, guys. I'll have to let you know. I'll be streaming at least one of the days, but I'm not sure if I'll stream both days, because they're just Com Days that we've done before in the past, so I'll try and stream both days, but I might not stream for like the whole 3 hours on both days. We'll see how we go for time, sort of thing. Because yeah, when we've already done all of the Com Days, there's not as much excitement for them, because these December Com Days are more for the people that missed some of the com days during like the year, and because I've done them all, nothing's really that exciting. There's nothing that I really want from them. I've got shinies from all of them. A couple of hundos would be nice, but you know, all the candy that I wanted to farm off a lot of them is sort of already there as well. So yeah, it's just not as exciting as it could be. What are we going to give candy to? Will do. Hey Diana, how you doing? You got a cold? Damn, I'm sorry to hear. Gets to that time of year, starts cooling off, start getting sick. Me, on the other hand, am dying in 31 degree weather, 32 degree, whatever it is. It's bloody hot. With humidity at the butthole. You gotta get shiny Greninja. You should be able to. Just remember that during the the December com days, the shiny odds aren't as good as what they are during the other com days. Like, they're still 1 in 25, but because you've got so many different species spawning, it's basically 1 in 25 divided by 12. Or multiplied by 12, I should say. So the shinies just don't seem to pop as much as they do during a regular com day. I notice that like every December com day, the shiny odds are always a lot lower than what they are during actual com days. Die in English weather. No, it gets cold here. I know English weather. No, I would die in like Swedish weather or anywhere in the Nordic region weather. That's when it's just cold and grey and snowing all the time. It's like, yeah, no, stuff that. Like, as much as I'm complaining about the weather right now, like it's hot and humid and all that sort of stuff, I still prefer this weather over cold. I would much rather be in this weather than be freezing my tits off right now. Hey Ari, how you doing, man? Got two Dittos today for the first time since 2017. Nice. Did you get a shiny? Actually, I had a Ditto showcase yesterday that I won with, again, a shiny. I feel like you should get extra points for shinies. Any shiny? No, not from Spotlight Hour. I did get a Krabby before while I was getting ready for Spotlight Hour. Before I came down, so got a Krabby just before, and I got that Ponyta last night just before bed. And then I got this Bronzor the day before, on the 10th. It's 9 degrees. 9 degrees, what? Oh yeah, you guys do Celsius for weather. Yeah, 9 degrees isn't too bad. I mean, it's cold, but I could live with that. As long as I'm inside. Not outside. 9 degrees is good inside weather. You got an XXL Ditto and a shiny Krabby at 5 a.m. this morning. Nice. What were you doing up at 5 a.m.? Hunting Pokemon. What the... What else do you think I was doing? See, I had an excuse to be up at like 5 a.m. catching Pokemon. I was putting together a rubber band gun. It was my project. So as soon as I got started on it, I couldn't stop. It's like I was trying to stop, and I'm like, no, just one little more, like one little bit more. Little bit more, and then I ended up at like 5 in the morning, and I'm like, yeah, I'm having issues with the like the mechanical inside part, it was just being a bit jammy sort of thing. So I was like, I can't be bothered figuring this out right now. I'll just figure it out in the morning, which I did. Hey Blazer, how you doing? Welcome in. Does Shiny Ditto show up after the transformation back, or does the Pokemon... Oh, no. It'll just turn into a Shiny after you've caught it. So the Pokemon that you catch can just be a regular Pokemon, and then if it's going to be a Shiny Ditto, it'll turn into a Shiny Ditto in the transformation screen. So it's similar to Zorora sort of thing. The Pokemon can be a normal Pokemon, but it'll turn into a Shiny sort of thing in the transformation screen. Can everyone remember to like the stream? Yeah, guys. Totally. Like, remember to like the stream, guys. It does help out. Much appreciated. What are we seeing on? Only 4. Come on, guys. Come on. Surely there can be people remembering. There's only 4 likes. What are you doing? Do I celebrate Christmas? Yeah. I'm an Australian. Actually smells like Christmas trees. Not Christmas, pine trees. It's probably just my imagination. Placebo. It might just be because the Christmas tree was put up today at home. So it's just that residual pine smell stuck in my nose. You'd be surprised, Diana. You would be surprised it gets cold here. Like during winter time, it gets down to 0 degrees. Just because I'm in Australia. I'm in the southern part of Australia, so Melbourne is the 4th closest capital city to the Antarctic, so it gets cold. It's like Hobart is closer because it's in Tasmania, just Buenos Aires and Auckland, I think. So wait, Auckland's the capital of the South Island, isn't it, in New Zealand? Or is it Wellington? I think it's Auckland. They're a bit closer. But then, yeah, Melbourne's there, so it gets cold here. Do I listen to American Christmas music? I try to avoid Christmas music because I find it a bit on the nose. Like, we have Christmas carols and all that sort of stuff. I mean, everybody, any Western society has Christmas carols, but I don't go out of my way to listen to Christmas music. I'm not sitting around at home going, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells rock. I was actually listening to Linkin Park before I came down. That does, Diana. Why do you think during the winter months that I'm always like, it's so cold? I hate the cold. I mean, if you're up north in Australia, like up Queensland, Northern Territory, like upper Western Australia and stuff like that, like northern Western Australia, it tends to be warm year round sort of thing. Like during the winter, their average temperature would be like mid to low 20s sort of thing. But yeah, down south where I live, during winter and stuff, it gets cold. Actually snows. Like I live near, like we have Alps here in Australia, the Australian Alps. Alpine region. I live on one side of them sort of thing. So it does get cold. It does snow. Edgy carols. Just got Korn singing Silent Night. Eminem dropping a bit of Jingle Bells. Snoop Dogg and the Little Drummer Boy. So many seals, none of them are shiny. Come on, seal. Alright, at least I'm sort of under the shade here. The sun, there's a bit of cloud building up. I think it's supposed to rain again tomorrow. I think we're supposed to get thunderstorms tomorrow. And it's going to be like mid-20s for the rest of the week, which isn't too bad. But yeah, it's supposed to be El Nino. El Nino, rather. So it's going to be a bit wetter this season, sort of thing. So it's probably going to be a bit more rainy, which is just great. It looks like they've had some big storms down here. The wind, there's trees all down all over the place. Is the shiny hard to find? A shiny is full odds. So it's like a 1 in 500-ish or something like that for this shiny. So it's just luck of the draw. Some spotlights, like we had one the other week, which is boosted odds sort of thing. So it was Phoebus. Sorry, it was last week for Phoebus. So I found 2 shiny Phoebus because that's a 1 in 64 chance, but this one is a full odds shiny. So all you can do is go out and click and see how well you do, if you get lucky or not. So yeah, as I was saying at the start, it doesn't really matter with this one because I do have them already. So if we don't end up getting one, it's not a big issue. Right. That was lucky, what, for the Phoebus. Most people that I saw ended up getting 2 or 3 shinies for that. So usually when the shinies are boosted like that, it's fairly easy to get a shiny as long as you're encountering. So if you head out and you see as many spawns as I'm seeing, sort of thing, chances are you'll end up getting one, sort of thing. But yeah, we've had pretty good luck for the Spotlight Hours. For the last month or so, we've ended up getting one from most of them. So we want to keep that going tonight. We've still got half an hour, so we'll see how we go. We're only halfway through at this point. Hey Tef, how you doing? Whew. Not bad, got a shiny Ditto earlier today. Missed out on Galarian Articuno for, oh damn. Hey, at least you got a shiny. Did you need the Ditto or? Okay, we are halfway through. Half an hour to go. Surprisingly, I've walked a lot further half an hour than I usually do during a spotlight hour. Might actually be able to get 2 laps in. Weedy, not so far. I did get a shiny Krabby while I was getting ready for the stream. So that might have taken my shiny luck away from me. But yeah, as I was just saying, we're only halfway through. Just past the halfway mark. So there's still time. If we don't get the shiny, that is all good. I've already got 2 of them, so don't really need any more. Just hoping for possible, possible XP grind these next few days. Nearly 12 meters more. Oh, nice. For some reason, I read that as 12 meters. Like, you need 12 meters? Oh, wait, no, she's talking about... That makes more sense than what I'm thinking. What can be a ditto? I don't need shiny ditto. I've already got like 4 of them. Oh, coughing. Okay. I don't know what can, because they change it, so I don't know what the... I don't really need it. As you can see, I've already got 3 shinies. So it's not a shiny that I need, so yeah, I'm not too fast on it. Yeah, I think 2 of them were from the April Fool's event that we had. Was that last year or the year before? I don't remember. But yeah, we had that event, so I already had one before then, and then got 2 more from that one, I'm pretty sure. And I wouldn't be surprised this year, or not this year, next year rather, for April Fool's if they do the same thing, but it'll be Zorora 2022, yeah. So it was last year. It's almost 2024, so I was just like, hang on, yes, 2022 was still last year at this point for at least a few more weeks. Yeah, so like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if next year they do a Zorora event to give people a chance of getting the shiny. I've still been seeing a few of them around since they debuted the shiny, but none of them have been shiny. None other ones are the ones that I've already got. If I sound like I'm just struggling to formulate sentences, it's because it's hot and humid and my brain is not working properly, so I apologize for that. "20 more days, 19, yes. It's hard to believe another year is almost over already. They go past so quickly now. It's like I think back to it and I'm like, damn, I was still young when this game came out. No, I'm old. What has happened? How was the Cryogon unlock? I ended up with 1 shiny. So as you can see, he's my buddy right now. So I was happy with that. I mean, you only need the 1 shiny. So I got it on, I think it was my 9th encounter with it for the event. I did buy the ticketed research as well. But yeah, only ended up with the 1 shiny. Got a couple of decent IV ones. I think best one was like 96%, something like that. So didn't get any shinies of the other ones. I wouldn't have minded a shiny Bergmite, because I do need a second one of them. Snorunt, I've already got 4 or 5 shinies of that, so that wasn't really a something that I was chasing, but yeah, I wouldn't have minded another Bergmite. You got one shiny and a 98%. Nice. Did you do the paid research as well, or just the free encounters? Just the free? Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the shiny that I got was from the free as well. I did them at the same time, so I can't remember whether or not it was from the paid part or the free part. I think most people ended up getting one. I know some people didn't. I did see some people saying that they did, 100 plus encounters with it and got nothing, and it's like, damn. That's rough. But yeah, I think most people got pretty lucky with it. So there's still like a bit over 20 minutes left. It's like, I don't know if I can be bothered walking at all. I'm already buggered. Haven't been playing much recently because you've been getting ready for part 2 of the Scarlet DLC. I have not even finished the main game yet. I don't know, I stopped playing it. Yeah, haven't got back into it for the DLCs or anything. But yeah, I saw the stuff, watched the trailers for the DLCs. They look good. But yeah, I don't know. I just didn't finish the main story, so I'm like, there's no point jumping in and doing the DLCs if I finish the main story. So I'll get around to it eventually, sort of thing. Come on, little shiny boy. Yeah, as I said, guys, sorry if I'm not being as talkative as I usually am. It's just hot, so it just takes effort to think of stuff to say. Too hard to speak. I should have checked at the start of the stream how many seals. I always forget to do it. Check at the start to see how many I'd encountered, just so I can see at the end how many I did actually encounter for like the hour.
sure I have already jumped in. Yeah. Oh, and this one was for Ditto too. Damn it. Damn. It's good. All the ones that I've been seeing have been for different things. I think it's been 4 different ones that I've seen today. So I think I'm at the top for both the ones that I'm okay, rank 2, and rank 1. So yeah, I was only in one yesterday. It was a Ditto one that I ended up winning. Ended up getting an incense and an incubator from it, from just one win. So the rewards that you get for winning the showcases are actually really good. It's probably one of the better features that they've added to the game recently. Just getting access to premium items, sort of thing, without having to pay for them as much. So I've got so many incubators these days. Let's have a look how many we got. 5 2 use, 8 3 uses. Yeah, so starting to actually stockpile quite a few premium items. Alright, I'm just gonna stop and get a drink while I'm back at the car. Hydrate. I probably sweat 400 litres of water. A little bit over 15 minutes left, so we'll see how we go. They're really good for, yeah, the problem is they needed to start adding stuff like this to the game ages ago. I feel like a lot of the stuff that they're adding to the game these days, it's just too late. Yeah, stuff like routes, the showcases, that sort of stuff would have been great 5 years ago instead of leaving it until now. Hey Logan, how you doing, man? And Minecraft, welcome in. Welcome in, guys. Just sitting down for a few seconds. It's like, oh my god, stand back up again, start walking in this humidity, and it's like, oh damn, I can't be bothered. I'm dying. So how's my day going? It's been good. I haven't really done a lot today. It's been like 32 degrees and 1,000,000% humidity. So it's just been one of those days where it's any sort of movement has just been torture. So yeah, the last 45 minutes of walking around has actually really taken it out of me. I'm quite exhausted right now. But other than that, it's been pretty good. Just been at home putting together a rubber band gun thing. It's like a wooden puzzle slash thing. So that's been pretty good. How has your day been, Logan? I suppose you too. Minecraft, how's your day been? I'm guessing that you didn't actually post a link, Martin. Sometimes the bot can be a little bit finicky. If you put full stops in your sentences, it thinks that you're posting a link for some reason. So yeah, just ignore it, dude. Sorry. The bot is just being a little bit overbearing. Man, had so many babies lately. So yeah, unfortunately I didn't see what you just posted either. Does it deleted your message, Logan? So if you do retype your message, just try and not put full stops in, and that'll probably help. You got one from you first. Nice, man. What was it? What did you hatch? Come on, little seal. We're running out of time here. Got 13 minutes left to try and get this shiny. Igglybuff, so what I just hatched then. Just shiny. I have hatched a shiny Igglybuff before. Pretty sure the only babies that I still need is Azrael and Triolu. When it comes to shinies, that is. Yeah, we've got Munchlax, Cleffa, Badoo, Smoochum, Iggly, Bonsley, Pichu, and why not? So yeah, that's just Riolu and thing. Is there any other ones that I can't think of that I'm missing? Have I played Scarlet? Yeah, I've played it. I just haven't finished it. I stopped playing it about halfway through, or maybe a bit over halfway through. I don't know, I just didn't get into it the same as Sword and Shield. I don't know, I just felt that... I felt like there was too much going on, and I just got distracted too easily. It's like, it wasn't a bad game. It's just because you had so many different paths to take, and the open worldness of it, and then, you know, you had like Path of Champions, Path of, you know, all the different actual routes that you could go through the game. I just felt like there was way too much, and I just got overdone with stuff, so I was like, just stop playing it. I'll get back into it at some point. Like maybe when the DLCs have come out, like both of them, sort of thing, we can jump back into it and continue and see how we go with actually finishing the game and doing the DLCs and all that sort of stuff. I know, I just felt like I've overdone Pokemon a little bit, so I just wanted a bit of a break from it as well. you're excited for Thursday because the second DLC comes out. Might be able to be something that we can do sort of over the Christmas period, jump back in and play through the rest of it and the DLCs and stuff like that. But I've also got some other things on my list that I would like to play through as well. Like I said, start branching out a little bit from just Pokemon content on the channel, because I've been doing Pokemon for so long now that it's just to the point where it's like, yeah, I'd like to do some other stuff. Especially since the main focus of the channel is Pokemon Go and the game is sort of in a state of decline. So I feel like it's a good time to start expanding, putting other things on the channel. You just hope that the legendaries are shiny huntable. They usually make them after a while. Like which legendaries, like the main two from the actual game, or just the ones that they're adding from the DLCs? Because usually the ones from the DLCs, if they're from previous generations, they make them shiny huntable. But yeah, the newer ones they usually leave for a little bit. Like the newer ones, they usually release them through events, don't they? The ones that they're adding back, they should be shiny. Or available as shinies sort of thing, because it'll be the same thing that they did with Sword and Shield. If it's an old one that's already been available in other games and stuff, they'll make those shinies and then they'll release the newer ones through events. Alright, 7 minutes, come on little Seel. Might not end up getting a shiny from this, but we might get one afterwards, because the spawns are usually pretty good after Spotlight Hours as well. And there's a lot of stuff available at the moment, which, like all the Kanto Pokemon are possible shinies, so basically anything that spawns is a shiny, a possible shiny. So who's looking forward to the weekend for December Com Day? Which Pokemon are you guys hoping to get shinies of? As I said before, December Com Days don't really mean a lot to me because I've already got all the shinies from doing all the Com Days. So there's nothing that I'm really hunting too much. But yeah, what are you guys looking forward to? Got them all. You've done all the Com Days, but a shiny is a shiny. Yeah, but see, when you've got 2,827 shinies, they really just become normal Pokemon at that point. That's one of the reasons why I'm not too fast, because they will bring back previous year's Com Day Pokemon as well, because they usually do that during the December Com Days. So the wild spawns will more than likely be the main ones that we had this year, and then research shinies and raid shinies and so raid Pokemon, I should say, will be ones from previous years, just so people can get a chance at getting some of those other ones as well. I suppose the best thing about the combos is if you've got stuff that you haven't evolved, even if it is previous Pokemon from previous years, usually their special move is available, so you can do your evolutions and stock up on some new stuff. Like if you've got hundos and that you've caught since their com day, you can evolve them and get their special moves and stuff like that. So that is one good thing about it. Blaze, you mean you just got a shiny Zekrom? If so, dude, nice, well done. No, I will be hosting raids tomorrow night, guys. Well, not shiny Zekrom raids, but possible shiny Zekrom raids. So if you're keen on getting some Zekis, if you missed last week's Spotlight Hour stream, I got 3 shiny Reshiram back to back to back. I had no Reshirams before the event started, and then yeah, scored 3 in a row. Ended up doing like 7 raids, and 3 of them were shinies. All I was trying to do is get everybody else shinies, and I ended up with 3 of them myself. Yeah, they made the shinies 2 available in the main series games now. Like Scarlet and Violet have the highest shiny odds of like any main series game, but they started doing it in the Legends, like in Arceus Legends. Shinies were a lot easier to get in that as well, and I think the reason why is just because how easy they've become to get, become to obtain, I should say, in Pokemon Go. It's just made them not as special as they used to be, so the main series games have just decided, alright, we may as well just make them as available. So yeah, it's hardly worth putting the effort to actually get your shiny charm and all that sort of stuff these days in the main series games, just because of how abundantly easy they have become to get. All right, last 2 minutes. Come on, little Sealy. Another tiny one. We don't want tinies, we want shinies. But I actually preferred it when they were harder to get, the shinies. Because if they're too easy to get, then it just takes the fun out of hunting them. So I mean, getting a shiny in the main series games used to be like a thing. I can remember in Sword and Shield, the amount of effort that I put in to get some of the shinies. When I finally got them was just like, yes! Now it's just like, okay. It only took me 3 encounters to get the shiny, whereas, you know, it used to take 2,500 encounters. I know some people are like, oh no, that's good, but it's not as good when you do finally get the shiny sort of thing. I don't know, that's how I feel about it, at least. Like, if they just become too easy, then they lose their specialness sort of thing. They're just not as special anymore because they're just too easy to get. Hey Roger, how you doing, man? You came in just as our Spotlight Hour finished. That's alright, we'll still do a bit of shiny checking until we get back to the car. So stick around, we'll see how we go. You're so happy to get 6 premium passes for free. Oh yeah, I forgot we'd have the box in our shop right now that I haven't collected. Free box. One remote for like free remote. I feel like since that's a box to make up for the issues that we had during the raid day, I feel that one free remote raid pass isn't really. It should just be 3. We don't need a star piece or a lucky egg. I feel like it should just be 3 remote passes, but I will collect that anyway. From the timed research. Just gonna get a big influx of people coming to the stream as soon as our Spotlight Hour actually finished. So nobody cared about Seel. As soon as Seel goes away, everybody's like, okay, now we can watch the stream. All right, welcome in everybody that's just come in. How are we all doing today? Unfortunately, we did not get the shiny Seel, but we can still do a little bit of shiny hunting while we wander back to the car, see if we can get any of these shinies. Can somebody give me a list of possible shiny Dittos, or what Ditto is spawning as, so I know what to catch? You got a Hundo Charmander from Random Wild Catch. Nice, dude. I got an XL shiny Ponyta last night and a shiny Krabby before when I was getting ready for the stream. So I've had pretty good shiny luck, which is probably why I didn't end up getting the shiny Seel. Yeah, I know coughing is like the one that I do know because Tef said that before, but it's like, what else? What else is possible Ditto? I don't keep track of that stuff these days. I actually wouldn't mind another shiny Goldeen. I do need a second one so I can do an evolution. It's one of those shinies that I'm still hunting. So yeah, it's, as I said before, there's like 15 or so shinies from Kento that I still need. Goldeen slash more Seeking sort of thing, because I've already got a Goldeen. So we need one for a Seeking. We need Kabuto, Kabutops, Jinx, and others. Hey, Underground, how you doing? What up, thugs? You catch already, Ditto? Nice, dude. Well, you got a Ditto already. I do have shiny Ditto. I've got 3 of them. It's just if I'm going to be doing some shiny checking while we're wandering back to the car, we may as well take advantage of possible shiny Dittos, because you don't know unless you actually catch the Pokemon. So I just need a list of possible shiny Dittos. I've got Oddish and Rhyhorn already. Had them shinies for ages. Rhyhorn did have a com day, which is actually one of the worst performing com days for me. I ended up with very few shinies that day. I think it took me like an hour and a half to actually finally get my first shiny, and we only ended up with like 6 or 7 for like the whole day. If you guys haven't already, be sure to chuck a thumbs up on the stream. If you're enjoying the stream, it does help out the channel immensely. Helps YouTube figure who it's going to show the videos to. Like, puts it into the algorithm. So yeah, if you guys are enjoying the stream, be sure to chuck a thumbs up. Make sure that you also subscribe if you haven't already, so you know when I go live for raid hours and such. If you guys are looking for some Zekrom raids tomorrow. Oh, sorry, coughing, audition, right? Okay, thank you. Yeah, I should have known that that's what you were saying. My brain, like I said, guys, it's hot. It's like 31 degrees, 170% humidity. It's a hard day, all right? Leave me alone. My brain's not working.
On Tuesdays, you usually get 0 shinies. Last week, you got 2 fried Phoebus.
Yeah, Phoebus is a boosted shiny. So it was a 1 in 64. Whereas in most Spotlight Hour shinies are like full odds. So if you get one, you're lucky. If you don't, then you're just like most people, unfortunately. Yeah, those boosted shinies like Phoebus, Bronzor, Sneasel, Onyx, stuff like that, they're like a 1 in 64 chance. So you have a really good chance of actually getting one during a a Spotlight Hour, as long as you're encountering as many Pokemon as you can.
You went to your... Hey! Oh, that's not a shiny. We got a Ditto, at least. We did it, guys. It's a Christmas miracle. You went to your Xmas dinner for work and you got fish. Get our groupers. Neither is yours. You played the one game for like 5 hours today. Another one. That's back-to-back Dittos. Feels special. Oh, the bag's full. That's one reason why I haven't been doing a lot of catching this. Because I didn't have a lot of room. Can we go 3 Dittos in a row? Just like our 3 Reshorams from last week. 9 likes. We're only 1 away from 10 likes, guys, so if you haven't already, chuck a thumbs up on the video. Helps out immensely. And who knows, it might just bring you Christmas shiny vibes. Santa will leave an extra special present in your stockings if you hit that thumbs up button. Hey, Blue TV, how you doing? Oh god, there's one fly. At least the fly that's buzzing around me right now isn't as bad as I had one the other day. It was like super wet outside, raining, and I went out and took my dog for a walk. And I had this one fly that was like dive bombing my face, like its life depended on it. Like it would not leave me alone. I'm standing there going, it was just trying to get to me, and it just didn't want it to, because, you know, flies eat poop. The last thing you want is a fly on your face. So if we are going to get a shiny, guys, what do you think the shiny will be? Got a lot of stuff spawning at the moment, a lot of possible shinies, and it seems that the odds have been pretty good. I don't know if they've boosted the shiny odds for some of these Kanto Pokemon during this event, because I feel that, yeah, I've seen a lot of people posting up shinies over the last couple of days, and I've got a few over the last couple of days. So I feel like odds are up. Wish Palmy was a shiny.
I'm seeing so many of these. I just feel it's a waste because none of them are shiny. Oh my god, fly. My favorite color is probably green. I know, I say green, and I do like green, but there are also certain shades of blue that I like. It's like it has to be a specific blue though. It's not like every blue color. Because I did back when I was a kid. I mean, I still do have it today, but my memory card for my PS, like my original PlayStation, had this clear blue memory card for it. And it's just this certain shade of blue. And I was like, that's a really nice color. I really like that color. So it's like, if it's not green, it's that shade of blue. But it's weird because I don't have a certain green color that I like. Green is just my favorite color, but that comes from when I was a kid and Power Rangers really big, and when you were running around in the playground with your kids, with your friends, as kids, you were always like the color Power Ranger that was your favorite color. So mine was green because I always wanted to be the Green Ranger. My favorite hero, you mean like superhero or just hero in general? What's your favorite hero? The guy that saved all those children from that bus crash. Favorite superhero? I don't know. And Spider-Man's pretty cool. Spider-Man was probably always one of my favorite growing up. But if you're like specifically, I would say probably Logan, like Wolverine. Wolverine was pretty cool. He was like my favorite X-Men. Yeah, Wolverine's cool. Spider-Man's cool. My favorite anti-hero, like sort of like villain slash hero, is Venom. Like Venom was always like my favorite character from the Marvel universe. But favorite hero, yeah, it's probably like a cross between Spider-Man and Wolverine. Cello, how you doing? Welcome in. Welcome. It's a good question for you guys. Who's your favorite superhero? Or just hero? It doesn't have to be superhero, just hero in general. Who do you admire? My favorite hero is my dad. Me. You're your favorite hero. Why? That's probably another good question. It's just like, why? Why? It's like, who's your favorite hero and why? Yeah, Cello, I can hear you. Well, I can't hear you, but I can read your messages. How are you doing? You're in Myanmar? Nice. Welcome in. I'm in Australia myself. How are you doing? Do I speak? No. No, I only speak English, guys. I'm an Australian, so we don't really have a need to speak other languages if you're not of other descent sort of thing, like if you don't have a background of somewhere else in the world. So yeah, only English for me. What's a Maynard monarch? I don't know. You tell me. If you're speaking about like James Maynard Keenan, from Tool and Lucifer and Perfect Circle, then I guess him, because he's got Maynard in his name. I don't know. What is this place, Myanmar? It was formerly Burma. It's like the new name for Burma. So it's in that Southeast Asia, around Cambodia and Thailand and Laos and Vietnam and all that sort of stuff. It's the country formerly known as Burma. Yeah, they renamed it. How long has it been Myanmar now? It hasn't been that long. It's been a while, but it's only been within like the last 10, 15 years. So I'm pretty sure when they renamed it. I'm not really up to the geopolitical, what's up to date. My brain's not. I don't even know how to say words. The geopolitical background of Southeast Asian countries of recent. I just know that it's. Bumblebee. Rest place. Sorry, man. I can't. Hello, Eagle. Okay, I can't read that, man, just because I don't know words outside of English. They don't tell us. Well, they didn't tell us. It's like, hang on, they didn't tell me. But that's fairly typical. I mean, and if it's not in America, you guys don't tend to know where it is. It's how America-centric Americans are. It's just like, wait, I thought America was the whole world. I think it was just showing it, what it looked like, because you have no idea it was even a country. Yeah, like I said, it hasn't been a country for a very long time. It's sort of like, you know, like countries like Yugoslavia and stuff like that don't exist anymore. That used to be a country when I was a kid, but it's not anymore. It's because of wars and stuff like that. Lines just get redrawn, countries get renamed. Everybody thinks, mainly in the West, because we live in a part of the world where it's settled and, you know, we don't have major conflicts going on and all that sort of stuff, so that we forget that not everything is set in stone and countries do change hands and all that sort of stuff. That sort of stuff still goes on in the world. So yeah, we just don't see it. Because we're lucky enough to not have to, you know, deal with that stuff. What's my favorite Pokemon? Charizard. Jazzles. Yeah, I said it was near Vietnam. I said it was in that Southeast Asia part of the world, near, you know, Laos and Cambodia and Vietnam and Thailand. I named like every neighboring country that it probably has. By Nepal and stuff, yeah. Stop fighting, everyone always fights it. It's because it's It's what we do as humans. We always want something that someone else has, and we'll fight for it because it's in our nature. And land is one of those main things that people fight over. But I agree. We should all just get along. Are you taking off, Chalo? No worries, man. Thank you for jumping in. Enjoy your evening, your afternoon. Dude, I love girls from... They don't have to just be... I don't discriminate when it comes to women. Addy, I do not have my code up today because I'm not hosting raids, but I'll be hosting raids tomorrow for Zekrom. So if you jump into tomorrow night's stream, I'll chuck my code up for you guys, just so you can jump on the friends list and get into some raids and stuff. When you were little, you collected stamps, so you learned a lot about country names before other kids. Yeah, that joke that I made before about Americans, that was just a general joke. I wasn't actually making fun of you per se, but just from an outside perspective, when you see like most Americans, like if you ask them where Australia or something is, like, I mean, it was George Bush, wasn't it, that got Australia and Austria mixed up? He didn't know the difference between Australia and Austria, and it's like, dude, seriously? They're not even in the same part of the world. It's like, yes, they have similar names, but they are two different places. And I've seen other people like ask questions, like if you see like those people walk around just interviewing random people in the street, like asking Americans where Paris and all that sort of stuff is, and some people just have no idea. And it's just because, you know, you guys are raised to just think that America is the center of the world sort of thing. So if it's not in America, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't exist sort of thing. Like I said, it's not so much you. It just seems to be a very American-centric thing. Seems to be a lot of people which just aren't educated properly in geography. How come I have a free remote raid pass? We got that from, because they stuffed up the last raid day that we had for Hisuian Samurott. There was some server issues, so they gave everybody that was affected a free raid pass. You'll spell it wrong sometimes when it's auto-correcting. Like, spelling it wrong's okay. I mean, at least you know the difference between the two countries. What I'm saying is there are some people which don't realise that there is an actual difference between the two countries. They just think that they're the same thing. Oh, I need to turn the fan on because it is way hot in here. Oh, that did no difference. It is still hot. It's just blowing hot air on me. Awesome. No, I know what you mean. You watched the Street YouTube show, and they're asking who was their first president, and a lot of people don't even know. Wait, that was George Washington, wasn't it? I mean, if I don't know that, I have reason not to know that. But I mean, if you ask me who Australia's first Prime Minister was, I'm going to say, wasn't it Sir Robert Menzies? I actually don't know. I think it was Sir Robert Menzies. I know that he was a Prime Minister at some point. I just don't know if he was the first one. No? Okay, thank you, Negan. Was it Barnaby... I said Edmund Barton. Okay. Well, there you go. But see, they don't really teach that in Australian schools. Like, it's weird. We have a weird way of teaching our history here in Australia. They probably did teach it to me at some point, but I just didn't pay attention. I didn't really pay attention during school in general, though. Iqbal, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. How you doing? Welcome in. Google says it's admin. Okay, that rings a bell. But I know that Robert Menzies was a prime minister at some point. I think. I think. Are you from Indonesia? Nice, dude. I'm from Australia. Yes, people were saying Ben Franklin or Abraham Lincoln. Well, I know that it wasn't Benjamin Franklin, and I know that it wasn't Abraham. Like, Abraham Lincoln was prime minister, was president, just not the first president. But yeah, like, the first president was Washington. That's why Washington is named Washington D.C. And that's just because that was after the Americans actually became a union sort of thing, like after the Civil War. Because up until that point it was under British rule, and then the Brits got kicked out and they went to war with each other just because the North and the South, and for some reason I know more about American history. But that's the type of history that they teach here in Australia. And it's not just that, I mean, just in general. Like, if you watch the History Channel or you watch any of those sort of documentaries, it's usually American history that they're teaching. So if you've watched that sort of stuff, you tend to know more about American history than your own history, which is just strange. How old is Australia? Wasn't it a jail for England? Yeah, basically we were founded as a prison colony by the British. But the foundations of Australia go way back to, like, the Dutch and stuff, because the Dutch came out here first, and it used to be Van Diemen's Land. And then the British basically did their whole colonialism thing that they do, and decided that they were going to take Australia, and they thought that it was just a barren wasteland. So when, you know, Captain Cook and all that sort of stuff came out here on the Endeavour, they mapped part of Australia. They went back to England. England took sort of control of it, but it was sort of shared between the British and the Dutch. And then, yeah, they started sending prisoners out here because they thought it was a barren wasteland. Then, sort of in the 1700s, the convicts, because they didn't really have jails, it was just they sent them out here, sort of started to form their own union. And yeah, country was born. That's why we have a mixed diversity of, like, British, or English, Dutch, Irish, Scottish, you know, a whole bunch of European / UK countries sort of founded our country. And then they realized how much of a mistake they made, because we're all living on, you know, nice sunny beaches and, you know, all that sort of good stuff, nice land. And back in England, they're living in, like, cesspools, because back in that time, that's when England was still, well, you know, London was one of the biggest cities in the world, but people were, like, living on top of each other, and the Industrial Revolution had started, so everybody was working in mines, and there was sewage in the streets, and it was cold, and there was rats and serial killers and a whole bunch of, like, horrible stuff. And out here in Australia, we're just, like, kicking it on the beach, herding sheep and stuff. What happened to the Aboriginals is that, yeah, our native people were the Aboriginals. They are still known as Aboriginal people. Basically the same thing that happened with the Native Americans. They were just taken advantage of by Westerners when they came over here.
treated badly, lands were stolen. Yeah. There's not much good that you can say that our ancestors did, because I mean it was basically the same thing. But that's what colonialism was. That's what the British and the Dutch and the French did to the Native Americans. It's what they did to the Aboriginals and stuff like that. Native people were just seen as below white culture and sort of thing, so they would, yeah, unfortunately just treated poorly. Yeah, they're still around, like I said, like Native Americans and stuff like that. They get a lot of respect these days. Still not as much respect as they should get, but yeah, at least these days they're a lot more acknowledged than they used to be. Try and make up for the things that were done in the past, but unfortunately you can't go back in time and correct the things that happened. All you can do is move forward and not exclude everyone. Include everyone is the word that I'm looking for. Again, sorry guys, like if you put full stops in your sentences, the bot's going to think you post links, even if you didn't post a link. So Puggy Pie, sorry, repost that message, just don't put a yeah, sorry dude. Unfortunately sometimes the bot just gets a little bit overzealous with the timing out of people. Is this the indigenous? Yes, Aboriginal people. Yeah. Kakario. This is Pokemon Go. If you're asking what game we're playing, Pokemon Go. Yeah, unfortunately, underground, it's basically happened anywhere that the British or the Dutch or the French went to colonize, sort of thing, because that's what colonialism was. They just went and ruled over the native people, because white people back in the day, well, unfortunately, there's still a lot of people which do think that way, but back in the day, white people just thought that they were more advanced and they were better than everybody else, and they could just tell everybody else what to do and stomp all over their religions and their rights. And they're basically treating the native people like lesser, not even like humans, just treating them like shit. And that's just unfortunately history when it comes to Western civilization. They just had a tendency of stealing land and killing people. The person running Australia needs to go. But who's going to replace him that's going to be any better? Peter Dutton? Don't think so. Unfortunately, anybody that gets in charge is not going to be liked by people just because they have to make difficult decisions. And, yeah. Anybody that becomes Prime Minister or President or something like that is more than likely going to be disliked by people just because politicians are just buttheads. Politicians are politicians, unfortunately. I don't want to try to check the Godine. Oh, dude, just stay on the ball, please. Sorry guys, my chat froze like it always does. Seda, sorry, my chat froze, so I didn't see you posting messages. How you going? Hello. The Vikings did the same thing that basically any other Western civilization has done, but they did it to people. They were just invading other European countries. Like, the Vikings did actually make it to North America. There's actually like proof now that the Vikings made it to America before the Spanish did, like, you know, hundreds of years before the Spanish did. But they didn't come and start raping and pillaging and, you know, taking lands over. They actually lived coexistingly with, like, they coexisted with the native peoples of America because they had to, because they were a long way from home, and it was hard for the Vikings to travel around like the British and the French and all that sort of stuff did. So yeah, they traveled to North America. They lived with the Native American people quite well. But yeah, anybody else in Europe, the Vikings sort of like just killed with axes, because that's what they did. Yeah, guys, if you have enjoyed the stream, please chuck a thumbs up. We're still sitting on 9 likes, guys. So surely we can get to 10. If you haven't liked the stream already, please consider hitting that thumbs up button. It does help out immensely. It's a very simple action for you guys, but you don't realize how much it actually helps the streams out. Because, yeah, it puts it, like, tells YouTube to chuck it into the algorithm so more people like yourselves can find the streams. Eric Carmen Convention. I don't know about that. Beavis for Prime Minister. No, we don't want bloody Tony Abbott as Prime Minister again. So the Vikings started it. Started what? The invasion of countries. No, people have been invading each other since day dot. Why do you think there's so many different European countries? Like, that's basically the history of Europe. Let's go to war with this person because we want this land, and that's, yeah. European history is actually quite... It's interesting. Like, I did a bit of study on European history back when I was in school. But yeah, you had like the Goths, the Visigoths, the English, the Tudors, you know, so many different ruling monarchs that just went to war with each other, you know, like Napoleon and Rome, obviously. Like, you had the Greek Empire, you had the Roman Empire, you had, you know, so many different empires over there. The Ottomans even went in there and invaded for a while. And then the Christians went over and invaded in the Middle East, and that's what the whole Crusades was about. And Joanna, how you doing? Welcome in. And Medcam, how you doing? Welcome in. And also, I'm sorry, I can't read your name, but hello, how are you doing? I don't mind you guys posting your codes into the chat for like other people to add you, but unfortunately I don't have room on my friends list at the moment. I literally have 2 free slots on my friends list, so I need to make room for tomorrow. I will be hosting raids for you guys tomorrow. So we'll be hosting not Reshiram, Zekrom raids. So if you guys are interested in doing Zekrom raids tomorrow, a bit earlier than what tonight, like we are streaming now, but tomorrow, that's what we'll be. Vio, you're from Indonesia? Nice, dude. I'm in Australia. You randomly found this on your feed? That's what we want. We want to be found randomly on people's feeds. And like I said, guys, that's what giving a thumbs up does. The more you guys like the streams, the more YouTube will just put it into other people's like feeds sort of thing, so they can find the... So if you want to help just a random person find my streams, that's the best. That's what you can do, guys. Helps me out, helps me get discovered. And then we can colonize YouTube with our Pokemon goodness. GQ, how you doing? Welcome in. And
Bayang, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that wrong, but how you doing? Welcome in. Do we like these nuts? I like peanuts. Peanuts pretty cool. You love cats? We seem to have a very mixed group of people. Like, a lot of people like cats, a lot of people like dogs. We have people from all over the world. We have a good diversity of people in the streams. That's what we want to say. Hello, GQ. How you doing? You try to keep yours. I have to make room, like, when it comes to raid hours, just because I run out of room. The last couple of weeks, because we've had the raid days, because we had Hisuan, Samurott the other week. My list is still filled from them, so I need to go through and make a bit of room. So yeah, if you do add me, guys, and I end up removing you from my friends list, it's not a personal thing. It's just that I have to make room to add more people. But you're always welcome to come back into the streams and get re-added to join in raids and all that sort of stuff. It's not because I don't like you. It's just because I need room on my friends list. Wolves are the best pet. Yeah. I mean, there are people which keep wolves pets, but they're usually raised from pups, sort of thing. I don't think I'd want to take a wild wolf into my house and try and care for it like a dog, because you're more than likely going to have your face eaten off while you sleep. Like, I see videos of people that have got like leopards or mountain lions or something like that as a pet that they've raised from like a pup, well, not a pup, like a kitten sort of thing, and it's just like, you see them like running around with their pet dog, and it's like, it's still a wild animal sort of thing. It's like, I know it's been raised and it's loving and all that sort of stuff, but I don't know if I could trust it, still knowing that it's got those wild instincts, because wild animals are wild animals, even if they're raised in captivity. And you just don't know. This thing could just turn and just, all it has to do is just bite you once and you're dead. When they've got 4-inch canines, it's just like one little bite and lions are the best pet. Have you seen the video of the lion? It's like a disabled lion in a zoo, and it was raised with a couple of dash hounds. So its best friends are just these little dash hounds that are running around with it. You don't have any teeth. I can imagine that would be annoying. Yeah, take care of your teeth, guys. It's definitely something that is a must. Like, having dental problems causes a lot of issues. So I know it's a bit late for some people, but if you're still young, take care of your teeth. Make sure you brush them every day. I'm good. I've still got relatively good teeth. My wisdom teeth came through straight. Oh, there's still one that's cutting through in the back, but all my other ones have come through straight. I've only had issue with one of them where I had to have the gum cut off the top of it. But other than that, yeah, my wisdom teeth have come through straight. My teeth have all grown straight. I don't have any cavities. So yeah, I have relatively good teeth. They're not perfect, but they're better than what they could be. Some of my mates haven't got great teeth. Like, unfortunately, sometimes it's just genetic, and you just have bad teeth because of genetics sort of thing, but I just got really lucky when it came to my teeth. They came through really nice. I could probably do with like one of those Invisaligns though, because I do have, I probably can't see it, there's a couple like gaps. Like, they're uniformed gaps though, so it's like all my teeth have come through straight, but just in between a couple of teeth there's just a little bit of a gap sort of thing, so I could just push my teeth together a bit. But yeah, like I said, they're uniform gaps, so it still looks like my teeth still look good because they're uniform gaps. They're like on the same sides, like both sides sort of thing. Oh, you need to make 3 new friends for the thing. I'm hoping that I can do that tomorrow. That's good that I have raid hours, So I was holding off that one for the actual quest. So I should be able to do it tomorrow, hopefully. We'll make 3 new friends. Hey, you got a lucky Ditto, man. Nice. Well done. You got it from a trade? Nice, dude. We actually got back-to-back Dittos earlier from just wild spawns. Unfortunately, no shinies. We didn't end up getting a shiny tonight from our our Spotlight Hour. But I did get a Krabby beforehand. So before I started streaming. So that's alright. We didn't need the seal. Oh my god, that sun is like... That's a bit better. The sun's starting to set, so it's dropped just into that perfect spot where it's like, I'm going blind. You took medication since 2007 and have to hold in your mouth, under your tongue, and a lot of people are suing because it destroyed your teeth. You got in touch with the lawyer and they keep calling. Damn. Yeah, that sucks when the side effects of a medication that you're taking for something have side effects that are like... It's like, is it even worth taking the medication if the side effects are as bad as... Jadina, how you doing? I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Jadina? Again, I am so sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. How you doing? Welcome in. And welcome back, Blue TV woman. How are you doing? Alright, we're sitting on 11 likes, so we've got it up over 10 at least. So that's good. Like I said, guys, if you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button because it does help out the streams. But I'm probably going to wrap it up here because it is super hot. How hot is it actually still? It is still... Okay, it's 29, so it's dropped, but it still feels like it's 32 degrees. And like I said, it's like 170% humidity. It is so humid, especially here sitting in the car. Underground, people should be able to see your code. But yeah, I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. But I will be back tomorrow for Raid Hour. So if you guys are keen on doing some Zekrom raids, we'll be here. Yeah, remember to like the stream, all that sort of stuff. We'll see you guys tomorrow. So enjoy your morning, evening, noon, or night. Stay safe. Happy hunting. Good luck for your Spotlight Hour. Hopefully you guys can get your shiny seal. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. You do your gifts every day, but you don't have over 350 people, so you try to rotate. Okay, cool. Yeah, people, if you want to add Underground, her code is in the chat. If you need friends to add for your friend quest thing, or this event's sort of timed research, have a go at it. Yeah, like I said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, peace out, have a good one, and yeah, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye.